Hello, everybody, and welcome to the new Bat Friends Adventures, episode number 99.
Ooh.
I'm one of your hosts, Chris, alongside the world champion, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Chris is very sleepy.
He is. He's about to lose an hour tonight.
Yeah, I hate that.
Just to time this podcast properly.
Yeah, tip our hand a little bit.
But what's hilarious about... So nobody cares about this but me, but I'm going to tell it anyways.
Okay. That's ironic for this episode to bring that up, by the way. Because it's mean seasons.
Oh, yeah. So when I agreed to start working Sundays for the 2 months, I said I would do it if I could get a certain route.
Oh, no.
I did that because I know that route is about 50 to 60% business, which we don't deliver to businesses on Sundays.
Well played. Well played.
So literally in the morning, I feel a little bad about this, but fuck them. I literally in the morning walk in and then empty half the truck out and just leave it. Because why take it for a ride?
Oh, so they still load it?
Yeah, because they have no clue. It's just sent down. And then the loader just does the job and loads it. Yeah. And, he loads 4 to 7 trucks. He's not going to remember every... And he jumps around, too.
Right.
So, yeah.
And you can't... So you don't deliver? Yeah, I'm just...
If they're open. So, the comic shop. If the comic shop was on Sunday, they had a package. I could deliver. I'm allowed... A, most businesses are not open on Sunday. B, we are given the choice to not do businesses on Sunday.
Okay. Just for clarity.
Yeah.
Just for my own curiosity. I don't even give a shit beyond that.
Technically, and this has changed since adding Sundays, the rule said no weekend deliveries. That's because you were only doing Saturdays, so there's no Saturday and Sunday. That's shifted now that Sunday's a thing, where we deliver on Saturdays.
Do you have Monday off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, off from the job.
Right. No, I understand. But no, because when you said, it's one of those things where it's because when I shifted to this job and it became a Monday through Saturday originally, and we'll be going back to that sometime soon. But, so I think of the start of the week as Monday. So when you say 6 days a week, I go Monday through Saturday. And when you're like, I work Saturday and Sunday, I'm like, and it's 6 days a week?
So that's the weird part is my pay shifted. So it's Saturday to Friday.
Oh, that's weird.
So next week's paycheck, next week's paycheck was last week.
Right. So, yeah.
So the following week's paycheck started today.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And that's business
cast.
That's weird.
So we're going to watch, an episode of this cartoon.
It's like a late night recording, but it's only 8 o'clock.
You want to guess who's involved with this one? It's titled Mean Seasons.
Is it really? Is that bit? I mean, I know
episode 13.
Who's the writer?
Story by Rich Fogel.
Oh.
And written by Hillary J. Bader.
Oh, bitch. Why you gotta do me like this?
Directed by Hiroki Oyama.
Fucking Korean animators.
Yeah, Oyama.
Okay.
Look, it's fashion show, everybody.
Ooh,
yay.
Pretty girls. I don't hate this episode. The whole beautiful person taking vengeance against the people they feel ruined her career.
I like this because this is me, that guy. Who are you buying it for?
What did I do? I feel is a little played out in the show. We kind of had it with Clayface. We've had the whole, when she's like, all of a sudden she's like, beware the Ides of March. I'm like, the fuck is this shit?
I do enjoy that she has Chippendales for...
That makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I thought it was after I realized who she was. I didn't really realize it until she put the fucking calendar up on after this. But when I realized who she was, I'm like, that's cute because it's the whole Calendar Girl being a model thing, and so they're Chippendales dancers because it's the whole model thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, one's meant to look like Fabio. I mean,
right? It's cute. It's fine.
It's just once again the bow tie.
Yeah. Oh, always.
It's just a classy decision.
April 3rd. But also, like, at first when the lips didn't move, I'm like, did they fuck up on the animation? Like, yes, it was a choice, but still, it's one of those things where just, here's this character we've never met before in this very odd outfit, using these very odd gimmicks. We ain't even taken pictures of the kidnap scene yet. It's a page from an old calendar. So what does it mean? It means shut the fuck up. I'm trying to work.
Just trying to get a donut, everybody. God damn.
Who is Calendar Girl? From Wayne Motors.
She's a girl.
From a calendar.
World's greatest detective.
This bitch.
Maybe if you
that comes up. Did you get to where that actually came up in an episode?
I don't think so.
You watch Cult of the Cat?
No, Critters is the last one I've watched so far, yeah.
Preview. In Cult of the Cat, there's this part where they're talking and because it's Catwoman, goes, some detective, I could have told you that. I started laughing. There's a van blocking both of the passenger loading spaces.
Just a little suspicious.
I didn't know they were going to hire Chippendales dancers for tonight.
Oh, I never said how I wanted to thaw my dick.
It's a car show. Yay! Fucking dumb. Check out this body work, because I'm half naked. Yeah, we get it. We get it. GM, Gotham Motors. Get it?
This whole thing bothers me when they do this whole, like, Gotham is the only city that exists.
Yeah. Well, especially at this point, too, because the Superman show exists, so, like, Metropolis is a going concern. Yeah. Like, you can kind of... That was a weird look for me, but okay. I mean, this
is where it gets real X-Men.
This is Jubilee. That's right. Okay, fair enough. So here's the thing that annoys me, and I think it's correct, but it still annoys me. When people say Porsche, I want to slap them.
Because it's Porsche.
I think Porsche may technically be correct, but it just sounds fucking pretentious to me.
Oh.
So I don't like it.
That's kind of like... I was telling your roommate's older brother one time.
Mm-hmm.
I have the same feeling when people say niche. I know it's correct. I know it's right. It's still, like, it bugs me a little bit. It sounds a little pretentious. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that one doesn't get me. But I also, that also is because that actually does come up in Boy Meets World. There's a part where they make a joke about Eric pronouncing it's my niece. And he's like, and Feeney corrects him, niche. Or I think he says niche. Or he might say niche, but niche. And Eric looks at him and goes, niche? And then he looks at somebody else and makes like a drinking sort of face. She is Jubilee! Jesus Christ, I didn't even notice that part. I'm so checked out on these episodes because they're so dumb. Holy shit.
That probably writing, because all I could think of was our
We were right! Yeah, we were right! Why are we always right? And she's wearing the yellow, like fucking Jew. Oh my god.
No, it's just... that's one of those things I've always said. That, like... It's one of those things. You'll never hear me say something to somebody.
Right.
Unless they be like, well, it's pronounced.
Actually,
then I just look at it and be like, I don't give a flying fuck.
That's still my favorite. I'll bring it up all the time. When people correct me on how to pluralize Lego. Well, actually, the plural of Lego is Lego. Because Lego is a proper noun or something. And I'm like, I don't care. They're Legos.
This is my thing, because this came up with selfie.
Okay.
Before selfie was in the fucking dictionary, because we live in a nightmare world in the worst timeline possible.
Sure.
When we are arguing about the spelling and grammar of made-up words...
Right. Well, all words are made up.
But you know what I mean.
I know. But I also do like to remind people of that. All words are made up.
But those are literally like... They're not...
Well, in fairness,
we shouldn't be getting in arguments over those.
I agree.
Who cares how you spell selfie? It's a made-up word. It doesn't exist.
But, like, to that point, not that I think it's worth arguing about.
Yeah.
But, like, Lego is actually from an actual Dutch word. Selfie is, like,
yes.
it's a bastardization of real words of, like, self.
Yes.
So, like, there is some
it's just
there, but it's not worth arguing about.
What it comes back to is the same thing with the niche, the Porsche thing.
Yeah.
It's you want to be pretentious and feel better than somebody. You're not. You're a bitch or an asshole, depending on who you are. And fuck you.
Actually.
That's...
Say, what a lovely tea party.
It's Office.
Maybe he was gonna have fucking Harvey Weinstein that bitch. That's what the joke is.
Yeah.
He's a creep. If it had been Baby Doll, it would have been hilarious.
See, DC, this is why you don't have a cinematic universe. Not connecting those threads. I think third episode, out of all the episodes we watched tonight, Batgirl's in it again.
Yeah. Just cleaning his gun.
Not even... I mean, I get it, it's a cartoon, but like... Clean the barrel. The important part.
I mean...
The part that if you don't clean, it could...
Look at him, though. He doesn't fucking know that.
Yeah. I mean, he's got those mutton chops. Well...
Those are
sideburns now.
Those are sideburns. Those are
when he was looking straight on her, those were mutton chops. They fucking went down quick. Damn, bitch, calm down.
What's Tien's attack? Solar flare. Solar flare! Ugh. And I could never whistle like that. Through my fingers.
I've never seen somebody whistle like that.
I have, and it is loud. It is quite a bit louder.
Yeah,
because of just the way it's which is why I would love to do. I mean, that's you know, for useless talents. Whatever. For useless talents, if I could whistle like Dr. Cox, I would, because he has a loud whistle, and that's just him whistling. I get it, but this part I'm like, this is dumb. I don't care. I get it. You're making fun of sitcoms, whatever.
She has a gigantic forehead.
It's like a 5-head. Oh,
that makes you laugh.
That's Teen Cop.
Teen Cop.
Inner city street drama with a fresh attitude. Oh, fuck everything. Malibu Vets, the heartwarming adventures of a group of young beach-going veterinarians. Does it have titty?
Oh no, she's got a big fan.
With leaves. She's Leaf Girl. Jesus, I can't.
All I can think of Razor Leaf Attack.
Oh, pilot season.
It's really going heavy into that fall.
And she even makes fun of him where she's like, come on, it's just TV. Start to believe your own publicity.
kick him in the throat.
They have no faces, anyway. See, that's the thing I don't like about hyperrealism. I think I've discussed this before, but I don't like about hyperrealism in comics. I don't like hyperrealism in film. So they animated that as they're far away. They just, to save time, they just don't animate their faces, so they have blank faces. An audience today would be like, why did they have faces? Because it's not realistic. Have some fucking poetry in your soul, motherfuckers.
What I do enjoy ultra realism, but what I don't enjoy about it is what it's, like you said, what it's done to the audience. Because a mutual friend of ours, I had a conversation, and whenever you mention somebody that had a style, and I'm not saying but like an off style that maybe isn't the most popular or like the most mainstream,
like Rob Liefeld
hates.
I know, that's why I said it. That's why I said it.
But he hated all of them, and I'm just like, so you like one style, you like ultra realism,
and Rob Liefeld.
The funny part is he does like Rob Liefeld.
I know he does. That's why I said it. So just to go into comics a little bit too, the T-Rex made me laugh because we're like, fucking T-Rex, really? They still get parts in movies. I was reading Daredevil, and it had, and actually a couple others, had the ad for the new Guardians books. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember who I looked at specifically. I think it was over on the right. And I just go, I don't like Brett Booth. There was something I just didn't like the way he drew it. It felt fucking 90s image clone-ish, which is what he is, but I've seen him do better, and I just didn't like these drawings. Like these, something about him I didn't like. Something felt off.
So he did that X-Men issue recently.
Which one? It might have been the one I was talking about where they're in their X Factor costumes.
No, because I think it was the issue after that.
Okay, maybe.
Because it was kind of a one-off story. I think they went to space. I can't remember.
Okay.
But I'm like, I read some of the stuff you've done recently at DC. And you're better than this.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not just me.
Yeah. Like, he really kind of went backwards in years in terms of his style.
Which, it happens sometimes. It happens, people have lapses in, like, for a year or two, or sometimes, age catches up with all of us.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I was never the biggest Brett Booth fan anyway, but before it was like, okay, yeah, he is what he is. It's what it is. But something about it just bugged me. It just felt extra.
Yeah, I never actively disliked him. I just never understood the
adulation. Oh, he's the best.
I always thought there was better. Like, I'm never gonna understand it, but DC sitting behind, or has Ivan Reis sitting there, and they do nothing to promote him.
I don't know.
They throw him on decent books once in a while, but they do nothing for him. Like, he's your best artist, hands down.
I don't know.
And he does a lot of those things I said that people would like if they just saw him.
Right. But it's just...
But I get mad at comments like, Jeff Lemire should never draw. Why? Like, because you don't like him?
Right.
Because you only like one style.
Well, and it's... whatever, but...
I always like to remind him, too, that the way that Jeff Lemire got into this industry is by winning awards for his art.
Unpopular things are only good when they're made by DC.
That's true. I never heard these complaints when Lemire's right for DC. I do, Chichetto. I never want him to leave Daredevil. I think he draws the perfect Daredevil.
I like his style. He's got a good look. Well, that's what I mean. Like, to me, ultra realism is not an artistic style. Ultra realism is a storytelling style. When things have to be realistic and have to be explained. That's how I'm talking about it. Like, I'm fine with ultra realism as like a aesthetic.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
My problem is it's she kidnapped people. No one cares.
It's just she doesn't think she's pretty anymore because society.
My problem with it is that it's conditioned a new audience to think that that's the only good art style. Art is good if it's this.
Right. Or it's like...
And it's like, no, you can do something artistic with
right. Well, like I say, like... there was a better example I had at one point where it's like, there's certain things... I mean... Guys, any of you have listened this long know that we love goofy shit, and there's goofy shit that I like that doesn't have explanation. And yeah, sometimes you need to have that connective tissue, and sometimes it's enough to just be like, it's comics, it's cartoons, like, it just works this way because it works this way. Like,
that's the joke you make on Forge all the time, comic book science.
Right.
Why does it work, comic book science?
Right. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
So... when it has to be like, well, we need to redo Spider-Man's origin because him getting bitten by a radioactive spider doesn't make sense, so we're going to make him a fucking spider golem thing because magic. Like, or you just go, it's a fucking comic book. In this universe, fucking radioactive spider gave him powers. You don't have to explain it. Once you've given the premise and accepted the premise, you just carry the premise forward.
Well, it's another... And at one point in my life, I was guilty of it like anyone, but it's another thing that's happened in just media in general that I'm getting sick of, where people have to like, well, that's not how that would work in real life. It's like, yeah, it's a fucking movie with a giant fucking Godzilla monster. Like,
I mean, we make the jokes. We make the jokes here.
Yeah.
But it's also, we're making
But the people are legitimately like, I don't like it because
it's ruined.
If you would have punched Godzilla in the toe like that, he would have fell over, no problem. Like, you're a fucking moron.
If you would punch Godzilla in the toe like that. I know, but Bullock is kind of a dick here.
Yeah, but he's also not wrong.
Yeah, he just does it the dickish way possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look at her. She's literally just reduced to tears. Like, she didn't kill anybody. No reason to torture her. But yeah, I do. We talked about it off air. I don't think we talked about it on air.
I don't know.
We can't keep track anymore. But this is classically, I believe it was Kirby, or it might have been Byrne even. But that this was Dr. Doom. So Dr. Doom wears the mask because he's horribly disfigured, but in reality it's like possibly it's just a small scar you wouldn't even notice. But it's because of his ego and narcissism that like he can't see past that little bit, that little imperfection just scarring, and that's why, or I think it was Byrne that said that's what it was until he put the mask on, because he puts the mask on when it's still piping hot, and so basically he actually scarred himself by putting the mask on. But anyway,
yeah,
I like that twist. That is, it's a little deeper. It's a little more than skin deep. No pun intended.
So, to connect two threads here.
Oh boy!
Speaking of Doom, speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy, did you see? So I don't know how much you pay attention to the news in comic world, but you saw Doctor Doom's getting married.
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Bride of Doom. Yes.
And then literally weeks later, when they kind of reintroduced Guardians, he's in space with the Guardians. So the joke now is that Doom gets married and says, "Fuck it, I'm leaving Earth."
It's a Doombot. It's always a Doombot. Doombot, dip bop boo, zippity bop bop Doombot.
And if people want more of that loveliness, where can they find you on the internet?
Anywhere where silliness reigns, I'll be there. You should do that one time. JoePank.com, JoePNC.com. All kinds of fun stuff. I'm tired. Chris wants to go home, so I'm not going to do too much. But Twitter, Cthulhu Holmes, Joe Pank. Instagram, JoePank36. Go to Patreon.com/JoePank. Give me as little as $2 a month. You can get my other show, Joe Meets World, which is a Boy Meets World podcast where we rarely talk about Boy Meets World, except in the most vaguest of terms.
Sometimes we talk about butt stuff.
Oh, that's a joke out of time. Because it'll be weeks separated.
And listen, I set it up 3 weeks ago. I'm slamming it out of the park.
Yeah, as little as you get up to 3 days early, uncut and unedited. And go to clicksnexus.com. Just go there. Just go there. Just do it. Yeah.
You won't.
Cowards.
It was always the stupidest thing growing up. Do you have people that said that to you? Dude, you won't.
Oh, of course. I was a kid in the world.
Fortress Chris on Twitter. Fortress Comics _ on Twitter. FortressComicNews.com. You could, subscribe to this podcast on podcatchers. Give it a nice review. If you give it a nice review, maybe Joe and I will read them on this podcast sometime. Maybe we'll start doing that. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a tea party sometime. I don't know.
Lovely tea party.
And then you can go on youtube.com/sportscomics. You're watching us there. Give us a thumbs up down below. Comment. Let us know what you think of the show. Only if it's nice things. If it's mean things, go over to Cthulhu Holmes on Twitter. And subscribe to the channel. And we'll see y'all next week. I'm tired.
I'm tired, boss. I'm just tired of people being ugly to each other. Snoogans.